find out, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get ourselves into this third and final match. So we do have a momentary pause. Now we're all good to go.
We're good.
We're all good to go and get this one on the road. So yeah, game 3. Upper bracket, of course. You lose this game, you're still going to have a chance in the lower bracket, but you don't want to run that risk of going down there. It's going to be some hard-fought games in the lower bracket of these regional qualifiers. So yeah, this win, it's going to be very, very important. We'll see who is able to take it. Both teams turning up with a pretty different approach to what we've seen from both of them so far in the first 2 games of this.
Yeah, and I think this game we should see a lot more aggression in the laning phase. So these side lanes look killer on. We have Clockwork Darks here on one side, so as soon as you get like level 2, 3, you're gonna try to get these like cog vacuum plays with the Ion Shell, etc. Top lane on the opposing side, you have like CM Timber versus Monkey King. It looks like there's just gonna be a lot more aggression coming out, a lot more trading. So it should be more kills, should be more fun. Mid lane's gonna be trade, but side lanes are fun.
30 seconds to battle.
And of course, you said yourself, teams trying to find situations that Darkseer does work in. I mean, with HellRaisers picking it here as their last. What are the downsides? Why are we not seeing other teams go for this hero? Is that having this Darkseer here for Mirror, does it mean that HellRaisers are missing something that the other offlaners could have maybe offered?
It's the laning is a little bit of a struggle to get through, and it's also you're not a stunner from the, you're not like an initiator, you rely on your other heroes to utilize your toolkit rather than yourself, if that makes sense. It's Gilger.
Oh, looks like this could be first blood here. Oh, Fairy Fire.
He's okay.
Oh, it's actually going to keep
one
him
more.
alive.
The nuke, he's salving.
Oh, he's going to live. Sweet and Strong not able to take him out. No first blood to be found yet.
Did use a salve, though. Did have to pop one on the Clockwork to survive. Yeah, let's see how these lanes end up going, because like I said, I think it's going to be a lot more battling coming out here. And yeah, let's see how Darkseer goes. Hero that got buffed, changed in the patch. Of course, the Shard is a little strange now, leaving a little trail, but the Aghanims, the punch, that much stronger, which could be something we maybe see later down the lines versus TB.
See how heavily they're able to zone him. Obviously, last game, V-Tune was able to find complete free farm in his lane. As you say, you've only got to imagine that that's not going to be the case this time.
Depends on how Solo is able to offset the pressure, because it does take some time. Once you hit 3 on Darkseer, then you can try to slow down a hero like TB, but all depends if they get on him, because it's an overwhelming amount of damage if they do get the double shell vacuum.
And what about top? Obviously, the HellRaisers, they pick the Monkey King, so they have this matchup against Timber. Is it going to be easy enough for Watson, or is the pressure from the CM Timber lane going to be too much for him to deal with?
I think he should get Okai farm, but I think the CM actually does more than you'd expect. The attack slow is very frustrating versus Monkey King early on, so Lays should have free farm. Watson might get slowed down a little bit because of Sweet and Strong. So I would say Navi's lanes, all 3 look pretty solid.
Yeah, already we're seeing on the bottom lane, so they're doing a very good job at just beating back the 2 of them.
Yeah, it's once they hit 3, the Darkseer and Clockwork, that's when they can start actually posing kill threat onto Dazzle. Not onto TB, it's a little harder. It depends on where the Dazzle is, but we'll see how that goes. Mid lane, constant trades coming out right now. No one.
He's smashing.
Kind of dominating the matchup, yeah.
Not yours.
I'm having a very good time with these first few waves. Yeah, double that of the CS that Rebel's been able to grab. Do at least see, of course, down bottom. Mirror constantly able to make sure that Gilger can get out of harm's way if he sticks around a little too long.
And Dazzle's able to just make sure V-Tune doesn't get pressured whatsoever. Even when like the double Ion Shells come out, they have to make sure they Ion Shell themselves if they go for aggression, because Dazzle just heal bombs the wave and the Ion Shells are gone. So HR, they can't actually get aggressive. V-Tune's gonna free farm. And they can't even get aggressive onto Solo. So this is one of those, reasons you don't see the Darkseer. Level 3 is out though, so let's see if they can actually do much of anything with it as Gilger.
He might be in trouble there. I mean, the poison touches on him. Yeah, he's not winning this trade. He'll look for the denies to the neutrals. And I tell you what, he's only just gone and got it.
Okay.
So do last game, sorry, I think the first game of the series went to Roshan, and this game, no, I think it was last game actually, denying to Roshan. And then this game, being able to easily deny to neutrals. So still that first blood sits ready and waiting. 3.5 minutes in.
Free farm lanes.
Yeah, just this mid that's getting pretty dumpstered now. 23-4 against the 11-for-1. No one is crushed in the matchup.
He's even bringing extra mangoes to apply more pressure. That's kind of cool.
See if the level difference, you know, at least you say the levels being there changes things for this bottom lane situation. Where V-Tune is, you know, so far it's been free farm. See if that starts to heat up now.
They can't even find solo is the important thing too. Like sometimes, like I was saying, like we used to see this lane a lot because you can catch the support on the side, but yeah, they can't catch solo. He's too speedy with the wind lace too. So all 3 lanes. Navi very happy with this TB draft as V-Tune holds the lane outside of tower too. Nicely done. So yeah, walking up for HR, very difficult to try to get any pressure onto him. No one's got boots, almost level 6. He's gonna go back to base, heal up that mana, keep slowing down Rebel. I can't believe that disparity in the mid lane.
Yeah, it definitely feels like with both heroes having the nukes, the ability to push the waves out, that it would be a whole lot closer than it is. We'll see bottom, try to dive in. He's dead for that one.
Uh-oh.
That was a very weak attempt there, it felt, from HellRaisers to dive in and pressure Na'Vi. Doing it underneath a Terrorblade with Metamorphosis at the ready, you're just handing him first blood.
I mean, he's gotten so much free farm in the first 4 waves, 5 waves, 6 waves, etc. He's got treads. You can't get on top of him at all. Like, your chance to go for kills down here is not happening ever again. Only on to Dazzle. So wait and just play the farm game a little bit here. As now mid-rotation's happening.
Look at this, this might trip Rebel up.
Sweet and strong. Level 2 Frostbite.
He's got to be so carefully on the Death Prophet. He gets caught by a slower combo from no one, he's gone.
Yeah, really cool that he feels this opportunity to go for this play because he can just leave his Timber top. The lane's going so well for Navi.
Rebel is positioning himself at least in a fashion where Sweden Strong's... Oh, actually might get the lead in now. He stepped a bit too close. He was keeping to a good safe side of the lane for a long time.
Sweden Strong.
He actually just be able to pop the ultimate and just run down the CM. Oh. Sweden Strong. The Ghost will get him. All right, they make an attempt on Rebel, but they did not have enough to burst him. No one, of course, he'd done the maths. He didn't want to commit his ult. Knew it wouldn't be enough to take down the Death Prophet. It actually ends with Na'Vi being the team to lose a hero.
And now the Catapult still has some HP. They can maybe even turn this into some pressure here.
Let's see how much damage they can get done with this push. I mean, if you're Na'Vi, are you bringing in anyone else to try and slow this?
Can you? I think you just wait for the CM to respawn. CM respawns, Lina just nukes from a distance. Solo doesn't have the mana. Yeah, I don't think they can bring anyone else.
Well, let's see. I mean, whilst they will get some damage done to the tier 1 mid, it does mean, you know, it's one less hero. You know, Gilga over in the mid lane now that's putting, or at least trying to put any pressure on the V-Tune. So Terrorblade's farm is just going to continue to skyrocket.
Yeah, he's going to
I mean, Watson's not too far behind top, of course. 35 CS still on him. He's also having a very good time on the top lane.
Yeah, he just has to be, you know, careful of the big burst damage, of course, that's going to come out from Lina and Timber. But as the TB gets stronger, of course, that Darkseer wall will get stronger and stronger, but it's a slow start from Yarrow.
Dire are scanning.
And it's going to continue to be difficult. Okay, they get the scan. No one. Gilbert's on him.
Yeah, trapped in the cogs. Nowhere to run and no backup inside.
Radiant's middle tower is
So
under attack.
should get a pretty good amount of damage done here with this push.
The Exorcism ends, but still with the Chen creeps in the area, they're tanking.
Yeah, they could do a lot of damage here.
It might die on the next wave. The next wave is coming in. They might be able to just finish off the full tower with this move. Great response from HR.
Potential to be one of the earlier towers we've seen this series.
Close.
TPs
They'll
are
bring
coming
him
in
in
now.
the third. Okay, they
Yeah,
bring Solo
Na'Vi
as
don't want to
well.
let this go. 7
Yeah.
minutes in, losing the tier 1 mid's gonna definitely hurt.
Oh, can't get the Laguna. No one was trying to get it onto Malady. Couldn't quite. Bring the third hero, defend the tower. Their side lanes are still farming, the Timber and the TB. As now, I mean, look how deep they're going.
Oh, they should be able to find the setup here. Frostbite into the light strike.
God, take it.
They even get the bounty rune. Swedish Strong just walks in and grabs it somehow. Let's see if Darkseer's going to be able to do much of anything. A level 5, very behind,
Yeah, he's had a
at least
very
in the
slow
farm.
start.
800 behind his counterpart.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Trying to get the Vanguard online.
Dire's
I mean,
bottom
we're
tower is
always like
under
happy
attack.
to see Darkseer, but then we like see it in the lane. You're like, man, this is why you don't see Darkseer. But we'll see what he's able to do in the mid game because that's where the hero's real big promise and power does come. But 2K lead for Na'Vi with these early moves, even though they almost lost their mid tower. The lanes themselves.
Top lane. Strong returning to maybe set up for an aggressive play here.
As soon as he hits 6 on Timber, too.
I mean, what's that? He just gets cut down.
Beautiful.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That was like literally like the one creep that gave him 6. They get the move to make that aggressive play onto the Monkey King.
Now, Watson wasn't prepared at all.
So Watson is being slowed down from Timber, and TB is getting zero
Dire's top
slowdown
tower is under
whatsoever.
attack.
V-Tune's having a free one.
They will get the tower. They will, but
Denied.
sort of the added fact that no one gets that hit in.
Navi's getting everything going their way this early game. And they are going to be doing the build that we've seen in
Radiant's
pubs, at
bottom
least.
tower is
Myself, the
under
Lina
attack.
build, going for the Aether
Dire's
Lens, the
top
Spellcaster
tower
build.
is under attack.
My thrift reward.
Which will be really nice, the distance that you can stay versus the Darkseer versus the Monkey King as well, too.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Navi
Dire's
is
top
getting a
tower
chance to
is
put
under attack.
a fair bit of pressure onto tier 1 tower top.
And
Tower bottom.
they have V-Tune, who's now it's V-Tune, who is a Terrorblade who dominated his lane. Now he's got his max conjure image, so he's able to farm at a really fast
Radiant's
rate.
bottom
And look at
tower
Watson.
is under
Watson
attack.
went for the lane dominating build,
Radiant
the
structures
skill
Oh,
build
are
that is.
fortified.
So one in Primal Spring, he is going to farm it very slow. TB is going to catapult ahead of him in farm.
Yeah, that is definitely going to create quite the distance between these two carries, unless they can find ability for
Radiant's
Watson
bottom
to join
tower is
fight.
under attack.
Feels like he might have to just because of his skill build, but yeah, let's see.
See the setup.
Radiant's bottom tower
Good boundless here to stop no one from being able to close him with the light strike. The frostbite still there onto Malady. Na'Vi able to find a kill.
V-Tune even showing up. He pops the meta. He's going to quickly just go back to Ancients, so he's going to be able to keep that farm up. But yeah, they're getting just quite a bit more out of the map right now. Darkseer's getting space, though, so that's one good thing. Miero is very happy, finally able to breathe, get some levels as this Darkseer.
visibility.
But TB and Timber, big winners.
Shadow wave.
Now we're seeing Watson go back. He's now putting points in Primal Spring. I think he's recognizing, he's like, I need a farming mechanic to be able to keep up with this TB.
Yeah, V-Tune's just going to get so far ahead
He is.
with the start that he's been given and the space that Na'Vi has continued to be able to secure him.
And he's always going to have the Dazzle behind, too, in all these big fights. He's always going to have that Grave Sunder play if they do get onto him.
Dire's
Now,
top
whereas on
tower
the
has
side of
fallen.
HellRaisers, you know, the heals will be there from the Chen, but other than that, not a lot to sort of break Watson away from any full combo that Na'Vi just unleash upon him.
It's a lot of pressure on Gilger to find those back lines, in particular to split up the fights.
Radiant are
HR.
scanning.
With their big team fights here, they have Exorcism. They saw V-Tune.
Top tower is under
We're catch Sweden strong on the CM, but I think that will be all that they catch.
That's a big commitment. Hook shot and an XL for just the CM. They wanted the TB, but they only saw him for just 1 second, and the CM tanks it. Na'Vi continue to be very happy. All they have to really do is play around those cooldowns now at this point after they've come out in the lanes so far ahead. Their real only fear is playing into Exorcism for the next few moments.
Of course, Roshan is up. Neither team really wanting to step foot into the pit. Haven't got the quickest ways of taking it down on either side.
No. Na'Vi eventually, when they have meta and all that, once they get like a fight advantage, perhaps. And I mean, meta's going to be back up again, so Na'Vi feels like they can fight just fine. HR trying to back up and kind of recover a little bit for Watson, as we were mentioning, but it's slow, that recovery. 3 points now in Primal Spring.
Nice, nearly got the Maelstrom.
Almost. So he'll have his fighting item. But now Na'Vi looking to fight themselves. Yule's finished up on Lays.
Money to burn.
HellRaisers also smoked up with the two of them. Nero and Gilga.
Radiant's
Got
middle
their eyes on
tower is
V-Tune,
under
but
attack.
hookshot not gonna
Dire's
hit.
top tower is under attack.
Saw some great ones early in the series, but not quite able to find the angle this time.
Not hesitating, though. I think he knows it's like he has like one chance to catch if they're that close to tower. And even then, it's like, it could be a tough one. Tower's so close, V-Tune has ways to play around these two.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And what would you imagine no one's going to get this game after the Ether Lens? Does he need to get the BKB to protect himself? Or we want to see some sort of Blink Dagger to get into position? Or get the bots done?
Could just be bots this
Yeah.
game. But maybe he does want some type of like Shadow Blade positioning type of item. Yeah, it's the new build now for Lina, of course, as we were saying. Newer build. All about that spell casting. DD bottom. Hook shot.
Yeah, he's going to go in for the fight here. We'll catch the two of them with a Boundless. Sweet Strong goes down. Catching this Timber is going to be a much harder task. Chain back up, Timber's away. Only the CM to fall again. And Na'Vi making sure that they're never having anyone outside of the Crystal Maiden being caught
They're
out of
thinking
position.
about this. After one kill, they have Exo.
They have
available.
Ghosts.
They have all their ults. Do they have? They don't have a point in Wukong's yet, but they have the important one with the Exo. How does
Can
Na'Vi
Na'Vi
react?
get in on this?
Let's see. Meta's ready.
I think he's going down too quick.
It's too quick.
Yeah, this should be HellRaisers finding a nice opportunity to take this.
Roshan has fallen
After
to
this,
the
though,
ground.
now they don't have Exo, so they do have to be
Dire's
careful how they
middle
split up
tower
on the
is
map.
under attack.
This is where Na'Vi could look to punish. And they're already setting up to do so. They're actually looking to walk toward onto the high ground here.
My thrift rewarded.
Let's see how well they can take the fight into the age. It's already Gilga. Starts up the action, looking towards the Timber, but the burst comes out from no one. Takes Gilga out. Wukong's command. On the strike as well, keeping him inside of the arena, but there's the Timber chain, and with the heals Solo's able to offer up. Not the chance to get a kill there either. HellRaisers not getting anything.
Na'Vi feeling strong. Like, they knew that Exo was committed, so that's pretty much all of HR's early damage. The Wukong's was in a good place separating the fight, so they couldn't chase and get more kills, but either way, Na'Vi looking easy anyway, even though they know that that Rosh was taken. Still feeling very strong around V2.
With a 4-star for no one, so
Okay.
prioritizing against all these abilities that he wants to keep his distance against and escape, such as the Cogs.
Radiant
Yeah,
are scattered.
mainly versus Clock and Monkey King. I thought perhaps he was going to just rely on his two supports to get that for him, but
Yeah.
I guess they're so poor, they're not really getting any farm on the map. He wants his own form of protection. Okay.
I think ultimately knows as well, you know, with as good of a game that V-Tune's having, you know, this is going to be the big carry. As long as he can just survive and set himself up to land the stuns, get his combo off no one, he knows that V-Tune's going to have the hard hitting covered.
BKB's next on the horizon for HR, so they can get onto this Lina. Gilger, he'll find a grab, but he's Ion Shelled.
Yeah, Sweden Strong definitely sort of tanking each and every movement. He's being caught all the times here by HellRaisers.
He's getting bullied. They haven't fought solo yet somehow, though. He's actually the one like lingering, chilling behind V-Tune. 0 deaths. It's just been the CM to break these ganks.
Is under attack.
They shot BKB, done. Level 2 Exorcism on Rebel. Looks like now maybe they want to kick up the pace a little bit with their cooldowns. Might be wanting to commit down bottom. A lot safer with that BKB. No, only way he dies now is if he gets like caught by the Lina initially.
What they can find with the smoke HellRaisers might have a chance of going for those.
Not the best at kills, though. They want to get the big one. They want to try to find this TB somehow.
Oh yeah, Vinci's just been so elusive.
They might be able to. They're actually getting...
I think he's already going to head out into the trees and TP away. He knows that something's coming this way. Is he really going to hang around here?
He's thinking about it. He's...
Or... How long is he going to hang around? He's going to get another illusion out.
His team is coming. His team is sandwiching now.
All right.
Top tower
And now he knows that he's got a sort of a safe distance between himself and the HellRaisers.
Scary position to be, though, around this triangle here. Yeah, they'll back away.
Yeah, good move from Na'Vi, though. Coming across and kind of taking HellRaisers' attention away from what could have been a potential catch on the Terrorblade.
Navi's giving respect to those big cooldowns. You know, they know that everything's up. They're still just getting that farm on TB. I think V-Tune probably feels like he is the strongest hero on the map. They just have to dance and avoid these exorcisms and play around it nicely. Now, though, he's got Scotty.
Yeah, he's
so
about 18 minutes in. He's crushing it. This is...
He can keep that distance. He can slow the DP, slow the Monkey King through the BKBs when they have it. And he's got good frontline protection with the Timber. So, let's see. 5-5. Such low kill count for this qualifier.
Reveal himself top again, V-Tune. See what sort of response he gets from HellRaisers. Not long left on the Aegis.
It's the discipline. Discipline split push. Waiting for Aegis, waiting for your fight opportunity versus these cooldowns. Just have to be very careful versus that big cooldown. And no, and he's actually... Okay, cool. He's going to go for the Ags before going for bots. So I wanted to have that obstructive movement also versus the clock.
Is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Well, managed to get number tier 2 out of this HellRaisers.
Getting time for Watson. Not quite at the same level, of course, of the farm of the TB, but starting to get those fighting items.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Thank you, yeah.
Another one on Sweden Strong.
Sweden Strong has got some backup this time. Heals are there. Sweden Strong, we'll get vacuumed back. Does go down. This time definitely took a few more resources from HellRaisers to be able to deal with him.
He's 5 of the 6 deaths. He's just tanking them all.
Absolutely to the joy of the rest of his team. Having a very, very good time. Overall, though, gold is even. Very, very close, but it's just the sort of the way it's split. Na'Vi be feeling a bit more safe in this position with how big this Terrorblade is.
How big the TB is, and he's got this Dazzle at the back, but at the same time also just have to preface always, the bigger the TB, the bigger Darkseer illusion. So level 2 wall online. So for Na'Vi, they have this massive V-Tune, but he has to be a bit careful of where this Darkseer wall is.
Sure.
Solo.
Right,
this time he's found.
I'll be able to lead in and grab the Dazzle. Here we go. Very much hitting the hooks outside of that one missed one earlier.
Yeah, started to be pretty clutch. They're punishing majority of the heroes on the side of Na'Vi, getting their farm, letting Watson get that BKB timing. And then maybe with double BKBs, they feel like they're going to be able to get on top of this TB with the wall too. Still very close game. And we even see Miero itemizing for the TB, since he's starting to feel maybe like that's going to be the only issue. He's got Crimson Guard done. So HR does feel like they're building up the answers a little bit for the massive TB, even though he is, so farmed in Navi. The fights overall, if they can get good positioning, should be pretty successful. But you can definitely see that HR still feel comfortable as the game progresses.
Yeah, they're ready to go straight into Navi's triangle here by the looks of it.
Blink on Rebel too, so he can get onto these backline heroes.
He'll get another catch, and of course, it's Sweet and Strong again.
Of course.
Found the strike overboard solos. Come up towards the tier 2s. They're looking to take the fight, and they'll get away with it. They'll be able to pick up both of Navi's supports this time.
HR, they're decimating with these movements, getting these kills on the supports constantly. Not having to overcommit for anything either. It's literally just like these hook shots. It's a hook shot in a vacuum in most situations to get these kills.
Tower is under attack.
Of course, Navi was, it was a similar situation to what we had last game, where we're, still, these sort of pickoffs that are happening where V-Tune's not around. So when he is involved, and especially when he has this BKB, very easily to see the potential that the Terrorblade will just tear through the entire lineup. It's going to be quite the beast to deal with when he has BKB on top of the Skadi.
Yeah, just has to watch out. Watch out for the wall. Watch out to stand in Wukongs. And then just don't underestimate the auras, I think, is the other thing for V-Tune. Because his work, he's very strong. He's going to be doing tons of damage in the fights, but you can't underestimate how much the Chen heals are going to counteract, how much the little auras of plus armor that Chen gives too. So does have to be a bit cautious, at least on the side of V-Tune. Even like the Wukong, of course, the physical armor that it provides. Just little things that do add up. As HR, they're feeling strong.
Now they want to go again. Smoked up.
Radiant are
Navi.
scanning.
Let's see how prepared they are for this.
Sweet and Strong.
Where's Navi want to be caught? No, but indeed they're just going in for the silence onto him. Jump
Three-man
forward,
wall.
a three-man back wall, following up with the hook shot to close the gap. Once again, starting off the move with both supports eliminated.
Just easy ways to jump. So much vision and control. They didn't have to commit EXO either. They did commit the wall. And is Roche back up soon? 10 seconds.
Okay, but the BKB is done for V-Tune. So you can imagine Navi, they'll be ready to stand strong around the Roche pit.
Yep, and the wall was used, so they probably feel a little bit better about fighting in the area. All right, it's up. Let's see, 2 supports respawning. Darkseer, limited mana as well, too. Only 200 on Miero. Solar Arcanes will be okay. Navi, they have to respect the big team fight. Have to be so wary of their positioning now. Net worth kind of on even footing now. Monkey King still not tied with TB, but with what he's able to provide with this team fight.
As you say, though, they want to go when this wall is down. So trying to find some sort of way to start the fight with the smoke.
Head-on fights just look so difficult for Navi versus all the cooldowns. I'm also just watching the Chen. I've been watching Malady. I think maybe, I can't tell if he shared control, but there's a Centaur Conqueror. I'm watching for the Centaur vacuum plays. Wrap around Navi. Wall's back up in 10 seconds.
It's all up now. If HellRaisers do get approached by Navi, they'll have a very solid chance of turning things around, especially if the fight's taken on their own high ground.
No one has to be very careful, too, because he's got this Aghanim, so he's got this floating where he can get good positioning, but positioning is so key. This Lina, if he's caught in a stun, he could just die instantly. So really important for no one to be careful with that. He has the good items to with the distance himself, but
middle tower is under attack.
he is very fragile. Constantly playing around this Roche pit.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So who's going to go for it? They do have the ghosts. Rebel wants to start to commit for it. He's going to get them going. Ghosts are out.
He has a haste rune as well. Really big rune on the Death Prophet.
Navi, they really want to try and push HellRaisers out of this.
They got the wall.
They get the stun onto to Watson. He gets very, very low. Has to put the BKB, turns to the Boundless Strike, takes down Dazzle, Vitu. He'll BKB TP out. He gets out of the fight as quickly as he can. Lays will continue to draw HellRaisers' attention away from the pit for now. And HellRaisers, they will chase.
The Roche is so
down, and with the damage of the Ghost, they'll have him. Another kill for Rebel.
Sweet and
Finish
strong.
up the pit. 2 dead though on Na'Vi. HellRaisers, everybody alive. The exorcism has come to an end. Any chance for a steal? There's no way of getting in on this. HellRaisers, they'll grab the Aegis.
Whew.
Dire are scared.
It was a scary start too. Watson drops to what? 20% HP
Yeah, he
from the
gets caught by
combo.
the stun, yeah.
But then afterwards, like the Ghost, it's too much. And V2, and he walks in, he's caught in the middle of Wukong's and the wall. The illusion's hitting him. He actually BKBs, TPs to the left side, to the tower, and then can't join in. So they have to just watch HR. And we said this is a scary thing that you're fighting into HR with this massive team fight advantage. And we saw it there. Na'Vi just, they're hesitating. They don't know how to approach the fight.
Oh, check it out again here. That was indeed caught up by the bash from Roche into the stun. He did fall low, but not low enough. And yeah, Vici just had to reset very early in the fight. Very much realizing that this was not going to be a good fight for Na'Vi to stick around.
Solo.
He's gone. And they've got to be careful. They show themselves. They're hiding in the trees. Mira does get caught by the combo. This time round, Na'Vi able to find something in return. And Vici looks like he maybe wants to get a push going.
Dire's middle
With Exo on
tower has
cooldown,
fallen.
trying to take advantage of it in any possible way. They will be able to. That's how fights need to start for no one. He needs to just delete a hero right away.
Still plenty of minutes with the Aegis on Watson, so you can imagine that HellRaisers, when they have Mira back in, they'll look to make the next move.
Man, that last, I didn't even really consider like how close. He actually could have just got Lagoona'd. I'm surprised. I guess no one got hookshotted and pushed away, but yeah. So still, eyes on no one to see if he can get the burst off before the fights, but HR with Aegis now, they have a bit of a cushion. Exorcism's back online. And I think they could look to fight bottom. Na'Vi has to be careful. They have to give respect. Interesting pickup too for Watson. Didn't get to touch on it, but a Shadow Blade. Something you don't see too often on a Monkey King. I think just pertaining to want to just get into the back lines and just be able to kite around this Terror Blade. Mindbreaker, big pickup.
HellRaisers might want to try for a tier 2 hit. 2 minutes and a half for Watson's Aegis. And Metamorphosis, it's on cooldown
Dire's
for a minute.
bottom tower is under attack.
Keep getting scouted by the illusions though, V2. Keep sending them on the side. Quite split right now on Na'Vi. Yeah, no one's just gonna flame cloak into the bottom right corner. Ooh. Did they see Solo? Yes, they did.
Yeah, Rebel's got him sorted.
9-0 and 3. An excellent game so far for the DPU. Had a pretty tough lane start versus the Lina. He almost has Shiva's done. Love the build that he's got right now. Kind of standard, but like the Blink, Shiva's BKB, he's gonna get on this TB's face every single fight.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, absolutely. You're creating quite a distance between him and no one at this point. The game has changed up massively for the two mids, as you say, considering no one's start.
He's almost level 20 on the Death Prophet too. So on top of just being that farm, he's gonna have that nice little talent if he wants to have more health. I mean, the slow is actually really nice too because he has Shard. He picked it up early. So look at that Roche. No one is just continues to be very fragile too. It's something I just keep looking at. Like he's got this damage that he can do. That's nice for the Lina, but I feel like eventually he's gonna get caught in the wall vacuum and maybe just die. So tough fights for no one as it proceeds.
No, absolutely, yeah. Especially if he gets caught by, as you said, the slows with the Death Prophet, the full Shiva's guard as well. They'll be able to keep him in a situation that's going to be tough for him to get out of. You know, Solo's definitely going to have his work cut out in terms of who's going to be able to provide the save for. Do cut the tree of Watson, but of course he has that Aegis still for 40 seconds.
They're in.
Now, the HellRaisers, they'll be the ones to make the jump in. They go straight over towards the back lines, take out Solo and Sweden Strong. Both
V2.
supports, they will buy back. V2 again just having to BKB, TP out of the action. Catch the silence out onto the timber, and Lays, Brave will buy him maybe a chance to get out of this. He'll get the chain off into the trees, but Rebel, he'll still find him. Triple kill for Rebel. As he is just cleaning up each and every fight. They're
He's
not
going for
done
more.
yet. They're going to look for more. Jumping forward with the Shiva's Guard slow. Sweden Strong gets disintegrated. Dive
Rebel?
back on the CM. They will lose the Death Prophet for their dive here. See if they can get everybody else out of there. Malady's away. Yoga. He's having a hook shot to the side. TP on cooldown for another couple of seconds. He'll pop the cogs, but V-Tune's got the range and he's got the damage. The HellRaisers,
All right.
they will maybe get a bit too aggressive. They're diving beyond the tier 2s, and that chase does cost them the life of both Gilga and Rebel at the end of it all.
Was looking amazing for them until the overextension. The blink forward, I guess Rebel just underestimating the damage, the Daedalus for V-Tune coming into play. It was a lot. It was, what, 2 buybacks from Na'Vi, and they were still having this
for both
full run and
supports,
reset. So it's, you can still see when the team fight is laid down, like they kind of have to just play so careful versus HR's draft right now. But V-Tune somehow able to hold his ground, get this big kill, and I think it's no one I think got the kill bounty, so a nice injection of gold.
And which point in this fight was the point where kind of HellRaisers needed to stop?
I mean, they still have a tier 1 in this lane. They're diving past the tier 2. I think right here, like they commit for lays, and then this is where it's just starting to go too far. Committing past this tower is just it feels a little bit too deep.
Yeah, for sure, because at this point it's like, all right, the fight's gone well, but I guess just the temptation was that, they see this Lina, they have the blink, they want to go for no one. But indeed, you cannot write off the potential that this Terrorblade's going to have when you're jumping in range of him.
Yeah, I mean, they had, it's easy hindsight to say,
Yeah.
but they had so many options they could do after that point, right? The Timber gets out, and then they could just back up, finish a tier 1, reset, etc. They could tell themselves a million different things when they rewatch that, but Na'Vi somehow able to hold their ground. V-Tune find a much-needed fight to be able to continue attempting to carry this game.
That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, he's going to have it for the next fight.
Yep.
So, yeah, V-Tune in a solid spot to carry.
We did see the change up now from Yarrow. I saw you had Aghanims queued up for some time. Refresher's actually been the decision. So now 2 different sets of spells, 2 different walls that will be set down at least for the TV. So the team fight still looks very difficult for Na'Vi to be able to approach it, but V-Tune, he still is the X factor.
Yeah, well, the distance and goal between the 2 carries still
Radiant are scanning.
feels far away from a point where Watson's going to be able to stand his ground and trade with V-Tune.
Yeah, he needs his team. Much more team-oriented for HR. Well, Na'Vi, it feels most of the eggs are in the V-Tune basket.
Yeah, just
Although
keep
not-
V-Tune alive. Allow him to survive through the fights, and V-Tune will outright click everybody as the moments pass.
And no one, he does have a level 18 now also, on top of a blink, so further initiation. And he can actually delete someone before the fight on this Selena now. If he finds it.
Real,
Son.
good stun. Hey, good opening
get the
up to
cut.
Watson. They'll cut the tree as well. He's in trouble. They've taken him down there. An excellent light strike from no one to start off the action. As Na'Vi, quick 2 kills. HellRaisers, they have to run. Na'Vi, find a chance for more here. Lays, getting ready to dive in a bit. We'll force out a buyback. Gilga.
You saw that too? That was actually a Obs ward that was placed on the high ground. I was seeing him. That was named Sentry Ward. So it looks like a couple other people are taking the notes from Snaking's book.
Oh, wait, hang
and
on.
I
Is
think
that,
he was the
is
one
that
who
what's
did that.
going on?
There was a ward on the high ground here that said it was named Sentry Ward, but it was an Observer Ward that was scouting, and that's what saw the Monkey King. So that's what started off the whole fight there for
Have
Na'Vi.
they got any more of those on the map at the moment?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I saw it though.
Yeah, look on Na'Vi's cliff, right?
Yeah, look, it's
Yeah,
named
look.
it's named Sentry Ward by
Nice.
Sweden Strong.
Sneaky,
Because I was clicking
sneaky.
it around and I'm like, wait, they had a sentry, and I'm like, wait, I'm being baited. I'm getting baited by the player. So they had clear vision. Maybe it tripped up HR too. The color, of course, shows on the map, etc. But like, I don't know. Either way, they saw Watson. They get a huge grab, and now they're gonna have. I mean, they still have mana. They have everything available for Na'Vi. As Watson, 9,000 gold behind his counterpart now.
I'm gonna try with the smoke.
Jesus, V2. He just finished the Ags. Now he has a full Manta too. They have to somehow... They have to isolate the TV, it feels like, for HR. They have to somehow clean up the rest of the targets, and then the wall and everything has to start gradually building up, because V2 just feels a bit too strong to deal with if he has the supporting
Dire
cast behind
are
him.
Scanning. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
20 seconds until both teams head towards the Roche pit. So Na'Vi want to try and force for a tier 2, or maybe even a fight before that.
Watson's not farming Owen for quite some time.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Yeah, it's starting to get, the disparity is just getting too big. TV is just having 2, maybe even a 3rd item ahead of this Monkey King now.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Roche, HR, they're just gonna go straight for it. Arcane Rune popped with the EXO. It dies fast. The Na'Vi, they're close.
And Na'Vi will definitely be having something to say about this.
Bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see how stuck in they can get.
Halfway through EXO. Roche not dropping fast enough. HR.
I don't know if they can push for this.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's not going as they wanted to here with HellRaisers. They've got to be careful now.
That's the majority of their damage gone. 60 seconds, no EXO.
Are they going to jump in? They've got the vacuum, but the BKBs are out straight away. We'll see Gilgy get the angle towards the backlines. Look for Solo. We'll find him. Now he himself, caught in his own cogs, trapped by the frostbite.
V2.
The hand of the God will save, and Gilga's going to be able to get out. In fact, other side of the river, they'll lose V-Tune. As HellRaisers, they've done it. They've managed to sort of break through Na'Vi
Wow.
in the specific fashion that would have given them a chance in these fights. They've done it. They'll be able to head into the pit and take this Roshan. A huge fight for them there, as they were just able to completely separate them, and V-Tune was just caught in the river.
They isolate. They literally did exactly what I was kind of mentioning, but not even by killing his teammates. They actually just forced this weird initiation that Na'Vi, I think, just didn't know what was happening. They split off to help the left side, and V-Tune is alone. He's like, watch V-Tune. He's caught inside the wall vacuum. BKB's kind of just a reset, and then he walks back in. I don't know if he didn't expect the second vacuum combo, but just gets you can't see it on your screen here, but he gets vacuumed back into the double wall TB illusions and gets stunned by Watson, and he's dead in pretty much one stun. That was like a picture-perfect fight, really, for HR, while EXO was down. You know, that was after EXO was already used inside the fight. That was remarkable.
Yeah, that really was a fight against the odds, if you consider what both teams had at that point.
Yeah, and now Watson has his full Scotty, so his Wukong's going to blanket the areas. It's going to be better versus those range carries, as we know that Scotty is. And Rebel has double ult available with the Shard. So, wow. HR find the perfect situation there to bring down the monstrosity of V-Tune.
Na'Vi, they cannot let V-Tune get separated from them again like that.
No, that was I'm still just very impressed because it's as EXO was gone, like literally had just been done. So.
I'll see what they can get done here in the mid. HellRaisers.
Right now they're probably feeling real strong with this with Miero. Like he's probably just telling his team, I'll take care of TB guys, like especially when Refresh is back up.
Yeah.
Like,
as soon as the BKB comes to an end on the Terrorblade, that's going to be the point where they're just in on top of him. Dropping that combo, very little he can do to sort of get away from it. He's going to heavily rely on his team to be able to force stuff into safety. as we've seen, you know, high likelihood that after his BKB comes to an end, his teammates probably already dead. So having that save for the TB is not going to be easy for Na'Vi to find if HellRaisers continue to fight as they have been.
Yeah, King's a team fight. It's the reason the Darkseer is was always looked at the king of team fight is because this is if he gets to these type of points, he really just breaks the game. You know, it causes such rift inside of those team fights that he kind of becomes his own carry of his own, and is also just counteracting everything that you actually want to do in your draft. Because I'm watching no one. He has to be so careful how he approaches fights. This Lina, if he gets caught just by a literal vacuum inside of it, he's dead in all these situations. It's not easy.
Radiant's top tower
Part of the
is
reason,
under
though, like,
attack.
you know, his build, he looks very fragile, no BKB to protect himself. He's all about the spell casting. As HR, feeling their strength, refreshers back for Darkseer.
This'll come in handy.
And Na'Vi, they're just completely sitting inside their base here. They know that this sort of smoke's going to be coming out within the last minutes of the Aegis on Watson.
I mean, DP's now getting level 25, though. Rebel, a near-perfect game, 14-1-5. Timeless Relic was also found after that last fight, so more damage, more control that he's going to be doing.
I mean,
as
they're
well
already
as
in on him.
everything. They're in. Watson.
We'll see them commit him with the BKB. Solo's going to be left behind.
Radiant's
Oh,
top
there's the
tower
nice
is
find
under
as well.
attack.
Penta Edge.
Oh, the
Or the
dream
Monkey
for the Monkey
King.
King.
Yeah.
Oh, the literal best item you can get.
Yeah, that's
Radiant's
a
top tower
very
is
nice one. Yeah, Watson. He'll be happy with this.
Yeah, he's telling his teammate. Looks like he's TPing for him, perhaps, maybe. Yeah, he's sending his neutral items away. He's hanging on to Ninja Gear for now, though. Looks like he wants to just like stealth around.
Okay. He's got it coming out in the current?
They're holding it on Rebel. Maybe he'll just gonna
Rebel's
pass it to him in
okay.
the middle of the fight or something. Like, we'll see.
Yeah, might still be able to get a jump with the smoke benefit of the Ninja Gear.
Yep. Good item anyway. The agility's nice to armor. All right, level 25 on Rebel, plus 8 Exorcism Spirits. This tower's gonna drop very fast.
Yeah, Na'Vi's going to have to make some sort of move.
And you're fighting into Cheese, Refresher Shard, BKB. Like, this Death Prophet has another set of everything.
Who's going to go in first? Looks like HellRaisers not going to go too heavy with the push. Aegis gone in 10 seconds. Don't want to get caught in a fight with that expiring.
Well, looks like they show their face. They're like, oh, Navi's still in the base. Okay. Refresher Shard at the ready, though. Rebel has another set. Trapped in the base.
They just don't want to leave.
Dark light.
They know that outside of the exorcism, well, of course, as you said, that the second one is potentially there. And on top of that, everything else from HellRaisers ready to throw down at
Radiant's
Na'Vi.
top tower is under attack.
Miro.
Oh, he's teams
mini
with
one.
a bit of a catch, but War Staff will save him. Na'Vi, they're heading out of the base. They'll look for the jump themselves. They'll get the opening onto Watson. They'll go straight.
They got
to
him.
They've got him. He's out for 90. Has got the option of buying back if he wants to rejoin the force in the fight here. So the aggressive jump from Rebel, it is there. He goes straight for Solo on the back lines. And now he opts to TP out himself, but he's actually able to put a stop to the TP. He's up in the air. They've caught him. Both cores dead and gone. Na'Vi
Are scanning.
able to hold solidly there as HellRaisers getting caught out. Great opening from the reach that Na'Vi had to be able to catch Watson. And then just at the end of it all, Rebel getting a bit too cheeky there with a BKB TP. BKB doesn't last long enough and he's dead.
I think they were trying to reinitiate with the Darkseer. I think I saw Miro like pinging to maybe go for another combo, but he got caught on the side there from a stun from the Lina. So then it looks really awkward for Rebel. But Watson just gets caught. They did not anticipate the blink hex from the Lina.
Yeah, that range. It caught him off.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structure.
Now the other way we go.
Fortified.
Meta is on cooldown, Terror Wave in 20.
Dire's middle tower.
Won't want to buy back here, HellRaisers. That does mean 50 seconds. Rebel just watching from the side.
The illusion, the wall won't quite catch the TB there.
Yeah, won't do too much at all.
Middle tower has fallen.
Monkey King's back alive.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
And it will only be a range rack, so nothing too big of value was lost, but another back and forth situation we have. One fight goes Navi's ways, next one HR's, now back the other way. And now V-Tune, a huge injection of gold, 7,000.
I mean, who do you feel in this sort of situation right now? 47 minutes in, net worth, Steven. Who's got the easier route out of this game? Like, do you sort of believe more in the potential of the Terrorblade to just be able to carry this? Or do you believe in the potential of HellRaisers heroes to counter the Terrorblade?
Are you trying to get people to kill me right now? Anyone I say, I'm going to curse. And then people are going to be like, oh, Fog's such an idiot, he ruined my team's chance. It's tough to say, because I think the Darkseer, if he gets successful walls, can turn the huge fights onto the TB, but if they can get these instant kills, which Na'Vi has the chance for now, they have 2 hexes, they could just change the whole situations where, you know, there's just -1 hero on HR, because they have this burst from Lina. I think it's a lot on watching no one, because the damage that he does it's pretty insane. You can't even really like anticipate how much it is. The Timeless Relic, the Spell Amp talent, the Aghanim's, all these things coming into play, like it's like 2,500 plus something damage. Like you're just gonna one-shot people.
Yeah, they've been able to start the last few fights with him just deleting a hero as planned.
I'll stick with what I said at the start, though. I did like HRs if the game got late because of the Darkseer potential. I'll stick with what I said earlier, but I can see like Na'Vi still. Like no one can just delete a hero and they changed everything. So super close game.
Smoke up from Na'Vi. HellRaisers are waiting and ready.
Let's see.
Are scanning.
Rebel.
What?
X.
He's going to show himself. They'll see him. They'll get the jump of the Eon disc and the BKB's down. They turn. They've got the Hex off onto Vichu. Vichu's in trouble. The Grave off to try and provide him some sort of opportunity to pop the ult. He'll get back up to full health. Quite quickly, they're working for that second life of his Miro. Will be protected for now by the Eon disc.
Vichu
trapped in the cogs. They're in on top of it. The Ghost as well. Taking
the grave.
Second grave. Gives Vichu a second chance in this fight. He's trying to heal up, but he won't survive. Finally goes down.
It's a buyback, though, from Watson for them to win that fight. And V-Tune, you can see him able to hold his ground versus the double wall with those graves. But now Roche is back up, so HR...
We'll get that. They'll get that for
They should be
Watson.
able to do it. Yeah.
They may have pulled back, but they'll have the ages. Na'Vi, they've scanned it. They know what's going on, but with the 4 of them, kind of tricky.
They need the TB. They need V-Tune's damage.
I mean, they're going to try and go in. Timber leads forward. Gilga's able to get the angle over the wall solo. He's onto the back lines with the light strike array, but no one is there. Gilga will die.
V-Tune's back too. He had buyback.
And they've pushed him away. HellRaisers actually get pushed back up from the pit because of this.
And he's got meta again.
So now V-Tune back in play. He, with that buyback, happy to commit it, knowing that they'll be able to secure the Aegis, and he will grab it for himself with the buyback being used. Aghanim's passed the way
Of
off the Timber.
Yep. Oh man. Still feels like a very close game, still like anyone's game, but Na'Vi now have a pretty big advantage after that buyback and taking the fight. Watson not having buyback. Aegis on the TB with all these influx of items, cheese, refreshers, etc. Let's see how HR is able to take this next fight. EXO in 30 seconds. Feels like they're completely reliant on it now.
Risky fight as well. Watson, no buyback. He dies. Very likely it could be game over for HellRaisers.
See, and that's why I said I didn't want to say anything, right? Because I said something about HR. No, not.
Let's have a look here. The Blink Hex is definitely something they've got to watch out for, HellRaisers.
Boom! There it goes.
Both sides just having... Na'Vi having a much easier way of just exploding a target. HR's the damage is a little bit more gradual. So Na'Vi, they always have this chance of just starting a fight by deleting one of those HR heroes in comparison. Nexus popped.
Have the fight come out from HellRaisers. And let's try and see if they can deal with the Timber Sword. Get the silence to stun out to both of them. That's going to be the Timber down. Sweden strong as well. Jumped upon. He'll die through the BKB. He'll look for the BKB TP out and he'll make it away.
He's lucky there's no bash there. That could have been a game-winning bash
two
from
or
Watson.
three hits coming in and none of them getting the proc.
He bashed the hit right afterwards. The fourth hit, not the third hit. That was, I believe, yeah, the XO was used, so.
Timber's short of money of buyback as well.
Okay.
50 gold short.
Still one wall available for HR, but no XO right now.
Players here.
Not going to look to push it, HellRaisers. Still appreciating that, you know, even with the
Melody.
2 kills and a big one.
This is a deep place to be. He didn't even check the high ground to see if there was a ward. He has a gem. He's going to be able to sneak away. Only just. I mean, he really was so far from his team.
Oh, he's got a lot of money as well, you know,
He
4k
does.
gold on the chest. 4-star, definitely what he wants here, or do you think he could be thinking about something bigger?
At this point in the game, I think he's just thinking about so many other things. He probably just wants any type of little save items. I thought maybe he was going to do the Aghanims, but
Yeah.
it's kind of whatever now. I haven't seen anyone try the new sacrificing your creeps. It's like Aghs, Greaves, and or Force stuff. Force works. I thought maybe Lotus too. Just anything defensive. 45 seconds on that EXO. Rebel also having 7,000, so he could also bring out a refresher for himself. V-Tune officially now. Besides Shard, he is fully kitted off. No Shard has been eaten. How's the buyback status is looking? 3 minutes on our Monkey King, 3 minutes on TB. Darkseer just shy. Still a lot up to these initiations. Aegis for 1 more minute. Na'Vi. A big also. 25 picked up for no one. So we have the Pierce's spell immunity. The pure damage Laguna now also too. So Watson, maybe in some situations they'll just have the burst damage or first the DP.
Things out here with the illusion. Very hard for HellRaisers to jump into this though. Very much got to wait for Na'Vi to come to them.
Age is gone, 20 seconds. I think such a close kind of series. I feel like both situations in this game, in particular, we've had both teams kind of stuck in their base at some moment. So that's like, I don't know, really cool to see. 26-16, Na'Vi with a gold lead, bringing the game kind of back and forth over and over again. I don't even look at the win probability because it has no idea. I brought it up, it is. I was like, let me look at what this game is, and it just says 100% for HR for the whole game, so.
Radiant are scanning.
Wait, what?
It's bugged. They got
Wait,
bugged
what?
somehow. Miero
Hang on.
showing his face. He's playing very confident on his Darkseer because he has the Aeon disc.
Oh, there we go. It's
Did it fix?
refreshed now. It's,
Okay, there
yeah.
you go.
It's still giving me a 59 at the moment for HellRaisers. 60. So definitely still favoring, I think, the same things that you're liking about the lineup, even though they
okay.
are 11k down. So
Gaben believes in me. At least
I
a
guess
little,
so,
I guess.
yeah. No, the algorithm's definitely acknowledging the strengths that aren't shown by the gold lead that Na'Vi has.
I'm really looking forward to I haven't, getting to see like this new patch and stuff still. It's a relatively new patch now, sure we can say, but getting to see like level 25s, maybe even tier 5s coming out, that'll be a first for me for this patch. And also getting to see the potential of Lina in these later stages with Refresher, because we could see the triple Laguna Blade coming out, and anyone dies.
There weren't any new tier 5s, were there?
No. Just balancing of other ones, right? Machina, I believe Ex Machina, Mana Cost, and stuff like that, right? What else? One other change, right? Is Ex Machina and Mirror Shield changes, I think? Yeah, those are.
I think Mirror, yeah.
What was it? Cooldown nerf? Yeah, cooldown nerf. 8 to 12. Okay, double smoke. Wards out. Navi has good vision.
Or Swedenstrom's coming in.
Rebel, he's on the high ground.
Forces it aggressively. He needed a bit of an awkward spot. If they can keep their distance to him, but Vichu's being held close here. Will step back to the side with the BKB, gets away from the Death Prophet. See Miro try and chase him down. Good vacuum into the two-man balance. The bash is there as well into the Abyssal. They'll lock down and kill Vichu. Excellent catch there from Miro. They'll get the cleanup, but that big one being that of Vichu. The vacuum into the bash, the Abyssal active, leaving him no chance to react. And with 4 dead on Na'Vi, HellRaisers, they'll be ready to take it down the mid lane. And you see as well with the respawns, there's no buyback available for Vichu.
And this is Rebel blinked and got caught onto the cliff to start it off.
A bit of an awkward start, yeah.
But either way, it was Miro. Like, and that's why the king of team fight outside the base, the Darkseer, he finds everything, the perfect targets, and then they get the follow up with Watson. V2 gets nothing off.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Okay, buyback will be back up in 2 seconds.
Okay,
so
another Exo though.
It was on cooldown and it's up now, so he has the option.
Rebel did have the Exo now available though with that refresher. Glyph forced.
So what sort of buybacks they get out from there?
I mean, HR has everything available too. It's just the Darkseer without buyback, but he's been very safe.
Yeah, they don't want to stick around, I think, until Terrorblade buys back. They're going to go straight for a second set, or at least attempt to. How much to respect the fortification.
40 seconds.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And surely they want to push for this barracks. 30 seconds is a long time. No Terrorblade. And yeah, Watson will lay down the ult. They've got creeps coming in the mid, so the backdoor protection will fall. And will indeed be a second melee racks there, so HellRaisers is able to find some big damage to Na'Vi's base there off the back of that team fight.
And that was their big team fight at, what, we can say like a 12,000. I mean, I don't even like bring up gold at this point.
Yeah, it was a 12K, about 11, 12K gold deficit, yeah.
It's hard to, I don't like bringing that one up too much at these points because if you look at current gold, there's people with like 5,000, 6,000, 4,000, 3,000. So comparing current, that gold differential sometimes isn't as valuable, but it was just the way that it felt when it kicked off, right? Navi got the vision to start it off, and HR with their big team fight ults just decimated. So for the next fights, still it feels difficult for Navi if they don't if they don't delete a hero, if the Lina just doesn't start the fight out with the -1 on the side HR. Feels like a huge uphill battle as Roche.
And interesting as well to see sort of what Vichu feels the problem is this stage, because already there's 3-4 staffs on the lineup, but he is the Terrorblade 59 minutes in. He feels like he has to get the Hurricane Pike himself, so he can also have that ability to force around the team fight. That's going to be the 4 force here the team has. Miro. Catch, but it's a 3-man vacuum wall there, dropped down by Miro. The BKB's come out from Navi, he's going to try and back off, but Timber falling low. Stun off onto Rebel, they're trying to burst through, but the Eon Disc is there and red. Pops, keeps Rebel safe for a little longer. Second round of Hex is there, locking Rebel down. The damage from Vichu is done, they've taken out Rebel, they've taken out Watson, but Rebel, he'll buy back. Same to be said for Watson. They want to get back in on this fight, HellRaisers.
My God. And there's a double wall that hits kind of perfectly, but Navi's able to distance themselves and turn the fight afterwards, getting the DPN Monkey King. That was pretty beautiful, the way that they kind of kite out the wall.
3 buybacks there as well. Yeah, the 2 big ones, of course, being out of Rebel and Watson. Stygian Desolator did hit the ground. Did they not? I don't know if anyone. I mean, surely they'll see it anyway because it now shows through the fog.
I didn't see it.
There's Stygian Deso. I think it was Na'Vi that dropped it.
Nobody noticed that. That was in the middle of 2 vacuum walls and Chen creeps. No one saw that. That's gone. Someone will see it later.
No, it was okay. So it was actually for HellRaisers. That would be quite a nice one, of course, for the Monkey King for Watson. But I think it's going to go unnoticed.
V-Tune finds an Apex, 56 armor on Terrorblade.
They'll see it now. They're walking past it.
Oh, they think that Watson said, oh, how convenient.
Yeah, grab that. Get it.
Rosso.
Yeah, in there slow, but indeed the Aegis has already been picked up. They'll jump in. They'll get the vacuum off, but the wall's kind of off to the side. And now with the Hex down onto Miro, he's falling low. They'll pop that hand of God, try and keep him alive, but the burst is there from no one. He goes down. Buyback straight away from Sweden Strong. BKB pop by he's up to the high ground. They're trying to chase him. But this Timber, again, just a little too tanky for them to take down as quickly as they would want to. But the fear and the silence, they will finally do the job. But also, Buyback wasn't ready for him as well. So he'll get back in on the action. They're taking out Gilga. They know that's a dieback from him, out for 100 seconds. So Na'Vi now in a position 5 versus 4 for the next 100 seconds. They have the Aegis and Refresher Shard on no one. They're in a pretty good shape to run it down a lane.
Oh, that was a bit of missed spells there, I think, from HR. I think they vacuumed. The wall vacuum actually pushed them outside and didn't connect them, and then they missed the Boundless on it. Also, if you look at the pit, there's an Aghanim's Blessing and a Cheese still in there. So full chaos coming out from both teams as we approach that 60 minutes.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, look how it kicks off. So, like, watch this vacuum on the left side and watch the Boundless right afterwards. It's very awkward.
Dire's middle barracks.
See how that kind of whiffs, and then the Boundless also whiffed? So a bit of an awkward kind of start to the fight there from HR.
Oh, certainly. I meant that VTune was able to stand in pretty good fight.
In-game.
But now back in action, they're just straight down the mid. This time around, the Boundless will connect on to the second wall. The Hex as well.
VTune.
VTune's getting low. The Grave's there in time. Solo comes in with the safe. The Sunder, VTune back up to full HP. And Solo able to keep VTune protected. And now, with no Monkey King for 2 minutes, the game looking to be in a pretty disastrous spot now for HellRaisers. As Na'Vi onto the tier 4s. VTune ready to push on you. No one still has this Aegis for 3 minutes. Is there going to be any chance of a hold here from HellRaisers with just the 4 of them?
They got to just try to jump out. Miro's wall in 8 seconds. VTune, he's ending it.
Tier 4s are going. Miro's going to get a perfect jump. They have the Ghost. This Rebel charging in straight away, looking to push them back off the Aegis. But the Hex is there. Out onto Miro. He'll get the wall drop down. Has caught VTune in it, but VTune Sunder again back up to full HP. Rebel getting focused by no one, but no one is dying to Rebel. VTune will die. He'll buy back. The Aegis coming out of the hands of no one. No one able to blink out in time. You see Rebel just charging towards Solo, trying to force him away. Solo is able to keep his distance and survive. Back in the base though, Lace caught by the Hex. Timber's dead. It's Na'Vi now with 2 dead and no buyback.
Oh my, they didn't give respect to the Darkseer. He got the double wall on TB. They got the Hex and control from Death Prophet as well. Oh my god.
They lost the tier 4s, but the Ancient still stands intact.
And now Monkey King's back in 40.
He's got a
VTune's
death,
alive.
so he gets anywhere near the buildings, he's going to be slicing through
Radiant's
them.
middle tower is
Oh
under
my
attack.
goodness, oh, in this game, it just keeps delivering. Okay, Book of the Dead.
Book of the
Pretty
Dead.
good one for Na'Vi.
There's a very nice little find here to keep the pressure on one of the lanes, keep the summons going.
They're backing up though. They're like, all right, Watson's respawning.
They have to.
Timber's
there's
dead.
just 3 of them.
We gotta give respect.
We'll see again here how it all started. It looked to be a great siege, maybe even the potential to win the game here from Na'Vi, with VTune being saved by Solo in those last moments and just tearing through them, and at a spot where the carry for HellRaisers, Watson dead for 2 minutes. You know, you would be forgiven if you thought that this was maybe Na'Vi's chance to end it, but it wasn't to be.
No, I don't think Watson's been the carry for quite a long time this game. I think it's the Darkseer and the Death Prophet for the most part. Watson's just kind of there as this distraction, while Miro, he's the real carry. Double wall, still available. He's got the punch too. So VTune still has to be careful because he'll kill himself. 65 minutes and this game still feels like it's anybody's game.
It really does. It really is. Not often you get to this late in the time though and have
Miro?
this close. Oh! Put the wall down, but the BKBs are off. Second
Down
wall
Watson.
dropped as well, but they'll turn. They get a light track right out onto the 2 of them. VTune pots the refresher, ready to go with the second round of the BKB. Forcing towards the Monkey King. Watson to fall. Miro, the undisciplined prop. VTune's BKB soon to be coming to an end. They'll force him to the side though. He's able to get away from the catch of Miro and keep their distance, turn, take out the Darkseer. Na'Vi will be able to push HellRaisers out of their base.
Oh, they tried to grab him. They almost got VTune, but the Hex control, no one protecting him, and now Gilger also the fall.
Back into the hands of Na'Vi now.
And now there's no Darkseer. Now Na'Vi have a great window to end in it.
I mean, it's hard to say with how things have been going back and forth in the previous moments, but indeed this time, no buyback on Darkseer. This should be smooth sailing for Na'Vi to be able to close this down, unless something crazy comes out from Rebel and Milady.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Look how they're still hitting the racks. They're like, okay, let's go by it slow, guys. We have 5 up versus
Dire's
2, but
middle barracks has fallen.
And what can Rebel do with Malady? He's going to go for the jump in.
he's hexed.
The Hex is there though. But beyond this, he's looking down to second times. He'll be able to get off a fair few of the siphons, but the physical damage from Vincere is too much. The game's over. GG's called. Na'Vi will be able to secure this game 3, and with that, the series 66 minutes in. Quite the game there. I mean, of course, after 2 pretty one-sided games in terms of how they ended. You know, game 1 and game 2, no questions asked. It was very clear it was out on top in those ones. But this game 3, right into the final moments, as you said, could have gone either ways. And Na'Vi just being able to grab the victory. They'll be moving on in the upper bracket. And, well, HellRaisers, they gave it a good fight.